in my day-to-day job, I'm a software engineer for a living. And a few weeks ago, I was at a meeting in my local community, a meetup for devs. And I was actually speaking there about some of the feature we had built with my company, and like some of the experience, some of the feedback we got, etc. Like some of the classical dev meetup kind of thing. And but what surprised me, and the reason I'm talking about it now, is the first question I got afterwards. You know, when you're a speaker, you once you're done, you get a beer and you start chatting with people, and that's where the real conversation happened. And the first question I got was someone asking for business advice. I will not go into detail about what he asked specifically, but it has basically nothing to do with what I talked about. And I had to tell him, you know that I'm just an employee, right? You know that I mean, I have opinion about business, but I cannot talk to you about it from authority, from experience. But it's really stuck to me. Like the reason he was asking me this business question about his freelance career is that I was just on stage and I seemed, I don't know, I seemed nice enough, I guess, to so that he could come up to me and ask me this question. And that's something I notice also online a lot. uh, for example, the classical example is you have gaming streamers like Minecraft speedrunner or variety streamer who get asked like very specific dating advice, or like live shows kind of stuff. People really trust them on the on like big decision like this. So part of it is parasocial relationship, but a lot of it is just that as long, and that's what I want you to remember, as long as you are on stage, from the moment you're on stage, as from the moment you take the mic, literally or figuratively, you are seen as an expert, or it's very easy to be seen as an expert. As long as you have opinion, as long as you have things to say, and that you don't like meander too much, maybe, or as long as you are the one being seen, even for a brief moment, you can pass as an expert, and that's kind of scary when you think about it. I remembered a few videos ago I was talking about Dan Kennedy and his seminar about the law of attraction, something like this. And another quote that struck to me was that he was saying that people are walking around with their umbilical how do you pronounce that, umbilical cord in their hand, looking for a place to plug it in. So they're looking for a way to divert their responsibility, find people who make decisions for them. That's a sad truth about human nature, is that we are often lazy and we don't want to. We are looking for authority to follow. A lot of us, and I realized, and this made me actually realize that more and more in myself. That I sometimes like follows. We know we often see online like people who are called gurus, but the term is very much appropriate because they are leaders who are seen as authorities, and people follow almost blindly like a tribe. And I see myself following that a lot. I have a lot of role models that have been following for years, for example, and I don't think it's necessarily bad, to be clear. I don't think it's bad to have role models or like authorities you trust. But what I want you to take away from this video is to be careful about it. Once you understand this effect, you can understand how bad it could be. For example, asking an employee about business advice. And from the moment you are aware of it, you can actually choose who you're gonna accept as your authority or role model. We all need someone to guide us at some point in your life, and yeah, that's something you have to keep in mind and be careful not to fall for it accidentally.